don't know about this.
Okay, pause. There's a distinct difference between these two clips that I'm contrasting. Can you tell what it is? No? Oh, okay, whatever. Adrenaline. It's a word.
Oh, look at that.
We know it. We feel it. Getting caught in hide and seek. Running away from like a bear. We are aware of it. Yes, but how do we string that out of a person's body while they're still sitting down? Imagine, if you will, a very stressful game. But how do you make this stressful? How do you make your heart go ba-da-ga-da, There are obvious, cheap, and downright dubious ways to elicit this. Fredbear jump scare. That's not earned, is it?
Fuck you, Scott Cost.
Take that feeling of stress right before Frederick consumes you and stretch it out for minutes or even hours. How do you do that? How can you elicit heart-pumping, juice-flowing stress through a video game? How can it be done? 2 words. Dig dug. It can be done in multiple ways. Through horror, through competition, but in my opinion, the best way to elicit this reaction is through fast-paced, action-oriented difficulty. We crave violence. If there's one thing that I want in a video game, it's speed. Let me go fast and tear shit up, and the game will say, good job, A+, if you do it good enough. Narcotics are not but a fleeting sense of satisfaction in the face of this. There's obviously examples of games that have elements in this department that people adore. It's the entire shtick of Platinum Games. Number 1, have a cool character. Number 2, have them do cool shit. And it works every single time. Well, actually, I don't know. The concept is proven and is a Mona Lisa level sight to behold when it works. People like feeling overpowered. People like being unstoppable, like Jimmy Carter, but not invincible. The fact that you have the tools and the skills to pull something like this, while still knowing that you can die in an instant, is what makes these games so satisfying to play. The triumph of adversity and the feeling of, oh my god, did I actually just do that? And then it reminds you that you're not special and the last challenge was a warm-up to your puny, putrid gamer hit. Is it really satisfying? Okay. Is it actually satisfying to press A like 38 times and kill a giant squid? Guy, monster, with a big glowy eye? No. It's not. I don't want to tank 4,000 hits because I drank a smoothie while waiting for my attack to go out. I want to go up to him like currently and do it immediately. And that's what this genre aims to itch. Go to the guy instead of standing around genre. For example, you may be faster and stronger than these enemies in Bayonetta, which makes you feel inherently powerful, but you also have to fight like a giant angel, dragon, wind thing on the side of a building. It's a lot of stuff happening. Bayonetta is good because of these elements. Now let's throw Bayonetta in the garbage can, because Bayonetta, while being adrenaline and combat focused, has long range weapons and can withstand like 300,000 bullets. And that inherently removes some of the tension, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but we're delving into the realm of raw, rushing, slashing, and hacking, which inevitably leads us back to the sword. Usually like a katana for some reason. Whoa, that looks sharp. Alright, I get it. Swing! Swords, as opposed to, say, guns or require you to be up close and personal with an enemy. While it takes skill to snipe 5 pixels on your screen from 10,000 meters away, in Fortnite, there lacks a sense of vulnerability that's present in close combat. And there are a few games that come to mind that effectively accomplish this feeling of fleeting power. And even with the good ones, there's some caveats. So that's the premise for this video. Fast guys, and they have swords. Okay, let's get to it. Ghostrunner. Is this an FPS? No, actually, I don't know. First person slasher? Ghostrunner has all its cards in order, all the perfect ideas that could culminate into something that's like perfect, the atmosphere, the combat, and the music all encapsulate the tension I'm looking for in a first-person action game. A sword game where you run around really fast-like and kill all the enemies to move on, that's perfect, right? Okay, cool. You can kill guys in one hit, so it must be like easy.
Welcome to Amita Elevator Station.
This is where vulnerability comes into play. While you can kill guys in one hit, they can also kill you in one, and there's a lot more of them, like a lot. You're a one-man killing machine who can slice through everything so quickly and precisely, and you slow down time, and it's just so cool. But it's really hard, and it establishes a concept that is used in the second game that I'll be talking about to a less polished but still very fun extent, and that is planning. This is a planning game. Plan your route. Improvise if something bad happens. That doesn't work. There are enemies that show up in all the same place each time, so you have to like MacGyver a path that won't get you killed immediately. And you can't have a game where you plan a route through huge levels in both the vertical and horizontal if you don't have mobility, movement options. Speed requires precise movement to not slam into walls or be janky, which also turns this game into a parkour simulator, which is so cool. It's so cool. See, this is better than Closure. It starts you out with a couple guys and you're like, okay, yeah, easy stuff. And then they hit you with like 10 guys and you're like, oh, okay, I see your game, Ghostrunner. And then they hit you with this.
Oh, this is troublesome.
How do I disable it?
This is the first boss. It keeps ramping up and up and up, and then the characters start talking and talking. And they grind the combat to a halt, and you have to solve these dumbass Tetris puzzles.
This place again.
This dude doesn't even want to be here. Instead of letting you play the game, they dump exposition on you so blatantly that it hurts.
Who are you?
You can call me Architect.
Who am I?
You're a Ghostrunner.
There was a woman.
The name is Mara.
Who repaired me?
That would be the climbers.
Where are they?
Dead, I'm afraid.
What are you going to do? The fifth is still crawling with keys.
Keys?
Oh, the Keymaster Guard, bandits and thugs that Mara armed and sent against us. You're gonna need someone to guide you and keep an eye out for threats. What do you say? Want my help?
Yes.
You really need the assistance of a failed rebel when you already have my help.
I wonder if he's the bad guy. I don't understand who thought this was a good idea because it removes all semblance of the speed and action that it was building up to until this point and forces you to listen to a story that was written by the author of like Divergent. It's not great. If you came into this expecting like a good story or you came playing for the story, you just delete it, just get out of the game. In all fairness and to the game's credit, the atmosphere and setting are great. I mean, look at this. It's mysterious, it's dystopian, it's beautiful. It's just ruined by expository dialogue that tells you about it instead of letting you play it. Don't tell me that I'm like the coolest ninja Ghostrunner guy of all history and I need to save the world
After the
from like
Keymaster?
Dharma or I don't know. I want to play that. I want to feel it. Cut the dialogue, add more enemy variety, and boom. No dialogue actually makes the story better because it's using show don't tell, which is like the first rule of like even filmmaking. I guess this is a video game, isn't it? This is the most common complaint I see with the game, and I hope if this was an iterative series, it will expand on the mechanics rather than the themes. Still pretty good though. Shing! Okay, alright, now we get to the big boys. The coup de grace, je ne sais quoi, je ne connais pas le français. Merci de ne pas traduire ceci. Boom, bam, bop. Did you blink? There's 300 people dead. Katana Zero is Ghostrunner but in 2D. This time without the soul-crushingly boring story, which is a plus. In fact, this story is actually pretty neat. It's pretty good, and it ties in with what you're actually doing pretty well. I expected nothing less from ASCIIsoft, who's made nothing but like back-to-back bangers over the course of their history. Please re-release Tower of Heaven. I don't want to have to keep opening my Flash emulator. This game feels so good. Slashing, rolling, slowing down time, throwing a statue at a guy, and then like killing 3 guys in one slash. Yo! Is that a gun? Hell yeah. No, I don't need it. At least some of this satisfaction comes from the cleverly used hit pause and screen shake that comes with every kill, which actually becomes kind of a hindrance if you're speedrunning the game, and it's like gets kind of annoying, but adds a lot if you're just playing the game regularly. It adds so much weight to your sword slashes. You don't just kill this guy, he is dead, he's gone. That's what's so good about Katana Zero. It knows when to show you exposition that's still interactive and when to shut up and let the gameplay set the scene for you. It doesn't waste your time, which is crucial to keeping up the pace of the action. It lets you take a second to breathe, but only long enough for you to realize that there's like an evil drama kid hovering above your head. Okay, what elements can we identify with the genre we have so meticulously designed in the past however long? Cool character design, good music, fast-paced action, cyberpunk-esque atmosphere, planning, adapting, and most importantly, love. Katana. All of these games are notably different in specific ways and have weaknesses and strength correlating to their gameplay mechanics. So all the games I'm talking about have flaws, right? Every game has flaws. Wrong. Incorrect. Furi is something that I would describe as cocaine. Euphoric, check. Energetic, bingo. Hypersensitive to sight and sound. Yeah. Vertigo. Well, sometimes. What is the coolest thing you remember from an action game? Was it the Assassin's Creed trailing mission? No, it was a boss fight. Do you remember all 900,000 Korok seeds from Breath of the Wild? No, you remember Calamity Ganon or Stone Talos, who was harder than the final boss. These games' gameplay are like a grab bag of candy. There's some great stuff, but most of it is either just good, alright, or just bad. Furi takes the metaphorical bag of candy, sifts through all the Twizzlers because they're the worst possible candy that's ever existed, and comes back with only the most pristine, most shiny, delectable, plump, voluptuous candy. This is a boss rush, and this is wholly only a boss rush, with intermittent story given through musings of a furry who built the prison that actually you're escaping. That's like in space. Is that not like the coolest thing you've ever heard? Is that like, is that enough to make you play the game? Is that pitch enough? Because it was enough for me to play the game. What? Go buy the game like right now. This game kicks you when you're down and keeps kicking and kicking until you spit out blood and keep going. It taunts you, it doesn't let up, it gets harder and harder and harder, and when you feel like giving up, man, the soundtrack just eggs you on. This very well may be my favorite game of all time. Bullet hell, hack and slash, brutal, unforgiving, satisfying, rewarding. I don't really want to go much into it because I want anyone watching this video to go and buy it and play it. And when I mean adrenaline-based action, this is exactly what I mean. No stop. I don't even have any jokes for this part. It's just genuinely phenomenal, and I can't stress enough how good it is. Go play this game right now. Furi is the epitome of adrenaline-based gameplay. It takes all elements that other games have failed to do before it, and somehow they make it work. The game bakers have pulled off something that I didn't think was possible, and it doesn't get old. It's not a one-time experience. You can play it 30 times in a row and you'll still get that same heart-pumping sensation. And there's like extra gameplay modes too! Anyways, play Furi. In regards to other games in this genre, I haven't played Metal Gear Rising. I'm sorry.